Welcome to the newest series from Sailing Doodles. This is Boat Tour Tuesday, where we show you the boats that we come across in our travels and introduce you to the cruisers that sail them. So if you enjoy this kind of content, please give us a like and a comment down below, and we'll keep this series going. WHARRAM catamarans have an almost cult-like following in the cruising world. Most WHARRAMs are home-built using primarily marine plywood and epoxy. WHARRAMs have become very popular these days with the shift towards catamarans, so let's meet the owners and builders of this boat and then take a tour. The name of the boat is Grazia.
Hey, welcome on board. I'm Kundabir, this is my son Richard.
Welcome to our WHARRAM.
I worked as a commercial diver all my life, and at one point, due to circumstances, I decided working is not really worth the rest of your life, so we needed to go and cruise. We built the boat. Richard was 15 years old. We left. We traveled 25,000 miles before we got to Fiji, and we had an absolute wonderful time.
Yeah, I basically grew up on the boat for quite a few years doing homeschooling and sailing, crossing oceans. We went through South America, Caribbean, Panama, the general cruising route through the trades that people do. Yeah, well, it was us two and a tutor who was also similar age to me. She helped me with my school and she was only 18 or so we all got on pretty well, and I can't complain.
Yeah.
Yeah, at a tender age of 15 years old, he had a big knife to his throat. We were attacked in Brazil, and we had a few pretty scary moments. We lost the mast off Colombia in a 70-knot squall. But besides that, we also met some wonderful people.
Good times.
It's been an absolute never to go back to normal life again. I think this is our road for the rest of our lives. I really like the idea of simplicity. We don't have generators running all day long. It's all solar and wind power. We make water for the desalination plant. We make water from just using solar power. And I like that idea. We don't have lots of electric pumps. It's all just manual stuff. Basically, the boat is based on simplicity. You got to love building a boat. Don't just do it because you want to go cruising. I think you got to love the sea, because there's rough times, and things don't always go so smoothly. Well, I didn't build it from scratch. I was actually on a surfing safari with Richard, and we came across the beginnings of the boat. The guy who started it, John Pope, he died of a heart attack. But I bought all the bits and pieces at an auction, and it took me another 4 years to finish. And then it was just 5 little practice sails in a protected little bay of St. Francis, and we got on and left.
We were off. Yeah, we're kind of based in Fiji now for the last 3 years, I would say. So we're not really doing the cruising thing anymore, but Fiji's been good to us. Diamond Sea Adventures. So we basically advertise all kinds of trips if people want to come and get away and see some of the islands for a few days, live aboard on the boat, and basically explore. I mean, we go to all of the really good reefs for diving and surfing too. Surfing cloud breaks and big waves, and we do day trips too, so sometimes people come for birthday parties or events, and we'll have like 20-25 people on the boat, put the music up, everyone has a good time.
Sure.
The thing about a WHARRAM is that everything is latched together. It's the Polynesian design. James WHARRAM started it, he copied the French Polynesians. Everything is flexible, that's why the two pontoons are held together with 5 beams, and it's all just lashed together, as you can see.
There are very few metal fasteners used to make this boat.
And the rudders are lashed on. There's no bolts and nuts and rigid stuff. We got the davit there for lifting the dinghy. And this is a boarding ramp. It can go down and you can play in the water even while you're sailing.
The open-style cockpit has ample seating and can be enclosed in inclement weather. And the boat is equipped with an autopilot.
There's just 2 outboard engines. This is the main propulsion. This is really a sailing boat. We don't use the engines for going very far.
There is a captain's cabin attached to the cockpit where the chart table is and all the instruments are as well.
There was no hard top, it was just, there was actually no cover. We crossed the Atlantic with blankets over us, it was freezing cold. And these are all just additions, and as you go along you make improvements.
Sure.
The galley has got an entrance, and each cabin has got its own entrance as well, which gives it a bit of privacy.
And now we are following Richard down into the galley.
It's not a huge amount of space, but we cook up some storms. We got a basic camping stove here actually from Tahiti, which we picked up along the way. This fridge is also a new installment. So we got two. This is a chest fridge, but you probably don't want to. It's very, very untidy. This is our water maker. Yeah, it connects and it goes out of the boat underneath there, and it's a desalination system through high pressure. We make about 25 liters an hour with that, so it's pretty decent. We usually don't need to run the generator unless it's there's no wind and no sun at the same time. This is where all the action happens. We've spent many hours just sitting here and playing cards, playing games. Now we've got this new edition of a TV, which is kind of ironic. Being on a boat, you would think you wouldn't need it, but being here day on end, it comes in handy for sure. We're onto all Netflix and YouTube and getting with the program finally.
There are a total of 5 cabins, 2 in each pontoon, and of course the captain's quarters in the middle, and 1 head with a shower.
And basically it's got 2 masts with a gaff. The gaff lifts the top of the sail up. It's a square sail, and the foot is loose. So it's very easy. If you change tack, there's no boom that's going to swipe anyone, or widow makers that's going to kill anyone. It's all very, very simple and very easy to sail. And like you say, the big thing about a WHARRAM is the deck space. It may not have all the comforts inside, but you really, I'll miss the deck space if ever I move on to another vessel, that's for sure. This is the only electric winch on the boat, is for lifting the anchor, because I think you need that. It's a 30 kilogram anchor. Chain locker and bridle. If you're really out there in the middle of the ocean and you're sailing and you're the only person on watch and you need to go to the bathroom, you know, we have this one where you can sit and still keep an eye on the sails and everything. On a normal boat you'll have a turnbuckle, yeah, whereby you tighten the shrouds very tightly, but this is not. This is a standard traditional rig, so you tighten it up with a dead eye and just with lines which you can adjust every now and again, because as the hulls move in rough weather, you can't have this rigid. Nothing can be rigid on the boat, so everything flexes. That's what makes it one of the safest boats around. In fact, some people call it the 4x4 of the seas.
All right, so guys, thank you so much for having me aboard. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Getting to know you guys and the boat. I've never been on a WHARRAM before, and it's definitely it's a treat being able to see it. So thanks so much.
Thank you.
And if you guys want to come sailing with them, you can check the link in the show notes. They offer charters out of Fiji. So yeah, come on and sail with them.
See you guys soon.
Yeah, there you go. All right. If you like this video and like to see more boat tours, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. And this video channel would not be possible without our patrons. You can become a patron for as little as $4 a month, and it really helps.